Hey, hi Arjun. Good morning. Hi Prashant. Good morning. Sorry, guys, I'm having my breakfast. So hope you guys, all of you are ready with your queries answered, and if anyone of you have any experiences to be shared to the group, so you are ready with those as well. So those who have, I think all of you have joined for the first time. So if any one
I
of you have
Yeah, you're right. I see that too. Most of them are new names. So
yeah. So I think all of you, have joined us for the first time, right? So we will wait for a couple of more minutes as it is Sunday, lazy Sunday. So people may join late. So we'll wait for a couple of more minutes and then, we'll set the agenda for this, Paise Pe Charcha, and then we'll begin the session. Meanwhile, you know, I'll have my breakfast.
sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, folks, in the meanwhile, we'd love to know where are you all from. So if you could, put it in the chat, which city, which place, it- that would be awesome.
Yeah, so Arjun and Ajay are from Hyderabad. Prashant is from Bangalore, and Jitendra from Mumbai. So, another follow-up thing I have is how did you guys, got to know about Pennywise? So whether, through your corporate or word of mouth or how? Would love to hear that.
Hey, sure. So I got to know about Pennywise from a session from Akshat in IBM. So I work for
Okay.
IBM, and last year I think you had a session and it was pretty informative. I took a lot of points from that with respect to the sheets, but I did not happen to join the Paise Pe Charcha, though I was in the group. It happened to overlap most of the time, but this time I kept an reminder 30 minutes before that we have a session, and I made myself available to join. Yeah, but that was very insightful session, and I'm looking forward to learn more on that.
Thanks, Prashant. Thanks for your kind words.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great.
Thanks that you loved the
Thank
session.
you. Thank you so much for that. It's just, sorry, I'm just doing some settings. Always something hangs up at the last minute, but don't worry, we'll get started right in 1 second. Um, but yeah, in the meanwhile, so let me quickly. Sorry, just one more second. So Anuram is our specialist for the day. Anuram, welcome.
Hi.
And uh, Anuram is a CA. He is also based out of Hyderabad, He is the founder of a company called ReviseTax, who helps people with all sorts of tax advisory and services. Along with that, Anuram is very passionate about sharing knowledge about taxes, and I think that's why he's graciously agreed to share some nice insights on this topic of tax loss harvesting. Right, so an important concept that we must know, and especially right around this time, because 31st March is right around the corner, and then if we've got to make if you got to take advantage of this, it couldn't be a better time. Plus, the market is down these days, so I'm sure there are a lot of loss-making stocks and mutual funds that all of us have. So yeah, this could be a really useful session. Having said that, I do want to quickly introduce myself as well as Gotham. I am Akshat. I'm the founder of Pennywise, along with Gotham, who's also my co-founder. This session, Paise Pe Charcha, is a this Paise Pe Charcha session is an initiative that we run and try to do it at least one Sunday every month. It's the 16th version of the session that we're doing today. A very warm welcome to all of you. The intention of this session is very simple. We want to inculcate the habit of savings, investments, and talk anything and everything about money. Just savings and investments would be it would be wrong for me to say it's just focused on that. But anything and everything about money is what we want to talk. We want to encourage conversations around personal finance, and that's why we've created this community. And again, all of these sessions come absolutely free of cost to all our fellow community members. The entire agenda is to have conversations around it. And my humble request to all of you would be, if you could switch on your cameras, if you could be more casual. We want this to be more like friends talking to each other, talking about personal finance, sharing their tips and tricks. And then there is no guru here, right? So all of us have something or the other to share. All of us have experiences with respect to our journeys, our learning experiences, and we'd love all of you to share that, right? That's the intent of this session. That's why we call it Paise Pe Charcha. Feel free to grab your coffees, teas, whatever you like to, and then join the conversation. So we'll just wait for one more minute and then we'll get started. Trying to give some access to Anuram, and then we'll get started. I think Anuram has prepared a couple of slides for all of you guys to help you first understand what tax loss harvesting is all about. And once that is done, we'll open the forum for all Q&A. Anuram, I have made you the presenter now, so I think you should have the access to screen share. But yeah, feel free to introduce yourself and take
Sure.
take over.
Just let me one moment.
Yeah. Awesome. And for those of you who are just joining, we'd love to know where you are from. How did you know of Pennywise? Uh, which city of the country that you are from? And did you join the community because of a session we did for your corporate, or was it because of the link popped up somewhere?
Hi everybody, Ravali this side, and I'm here from Hyderabad. And my husband is an active member of the community, and he's just come across this meeting link and thought I would also benefit from it. So I'm here. This is my first time here. I see you as K178. Sorry, I missed out on the first few minutes, so I do not specifically know your name. But yeah, hi. Thank you. Thanks for organizing this. Looking forward to some learning and some casual conversations around money management. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Ravali. Thank you. I'm Akshat Malhotra. I just put my name in the chat. Yeah, this tool that we use doesn't allow me to change the K178 to my name. So a lot of people know me now by K178. That's my raw agent code number. Yeah, just joking. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in. We hope you find this session useful. Anuram, whenever you're ready, I think you should have the access to share your screen now. Hey Kalyan, good to see you, man.
Hey, buddy. Trying to unmute.
I hope you stay with us till the end today. Last time you did us.
I was traveling last time, so I was unable to, but I will this time for sure because I want to save some money.
You're right. Anuram, all good? You need some help?
Yep, I think I'm not able to share screen yet. I'm trying all the alternatives, but no.
So I made you the presenter. You still not
You
able
were
to do that?
still no.
Okay. Can you quickly share your slides with
Email
me
me.
over WhatsApp? And I'll share them.
Yeah, one moment. Yes.
Because I did make you the presenter. So the share option is disabled for you, is it?
Yes.
Oh, how is that possible? Anuram, try again.
Good.
It
I think
it should.
leave and come back.
Can you okay, no, 1 second. Make present. No, don't leave.
Okay.
But you still don't have it, is it?
No.
No, I don't know. I was saying you can share the slides with me. I'll share it. I'll share them from my screen.
No, I think now he can, Akshat, because I
Yeah. Yes. Now I think. Yep. Yeah.
Perfect.
One moment.
Hey, Prashant, good to see you on camera. Thank you. It's always good to put faces to the names that we see on the group, right? So
Yeah, I agree.
Just a moment. I'll just leave and come back. I think it is asking some security updates and stuff. I don't know.
oh shit. Okay. Or in the meanwhile, Anuram, just share your slides with me and I'll. Folks, by the way, in the meanwhile, right, in the interest of time, if you guys have some questions already with respect to your taxes or any doubts, feel free to put them in the chat so that we can take them up once.
Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, we can see it.
Cool. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's been a while. I used Teams. I always use Teams and Google Chat, WhatsApp, and all those things because it's B2C. Some people, some companies are flexible with some apps, so I have to have all of those. And also, my Mac got some water spillage over it. Had to rechange the thing. Maybe Apple Care got used for once in a while.
glad that you took Apple Care, right? Insurance.
Yeah, then I thought, okay, how is Apple making money and stuff? Yeah. Yep. So yes, guys, my name is Anuram. I'm based out of Hyderabad. I started ReviseTax about in 2019. Main intention is to do ReviseTaxes simple to save taxes for salaried employees. Mostly focused on salaried employees, how we can help in saving taxes and then help them with financial advisory as such. Uh, yeah, we thought like we'll be more of personalization platform compared to ClearTax, helping them to understand better ways. That is how me and my co-founder started in 2019. We worked with 3,000 odd people till date. We wanted to scale it up to more than 10,000 this year, working on the same goal. We are two co-founders, me and Radhika. Radhika is today off out of station and stuff, so she could not join the call. To start off with, I just thought like instead of going straight away into tax harvesting, I thought like everyone will have this question. So I'll take up this question first and give a small brief about old versus new tax regime and everything, and then move into the tax loss harvesting, shares, and the complicated matter, which takes a lot of bandwidth. So let's start with small stones and then take a bigger one is my plan. Uh, yep. So, how many of you have this question on old versus new regime for which this year, next year, etc. and stuff? Okay, two, three. Yep. I think yeah, good. So I'll just simplify it. So simplification in old versus new regime is about the deductions and the tax rates. So we recalculated it in the backward, saying that what is the number it will happen that there is a sorry I thought I okay yeah so what is a number at which the old and new doesn't make any difference, and if we cross that number by how much the difference arrived, right? So say I'm at a package of 8 lakh rupees, and so again also two financial year discussions are over here for this March of 2025, which section you have to go with, and from April 1st, which you have to go with. There are two decisions we can take now. So for first, we'll talk about 31st March 25. So for 31st March 25, these are the three slabs we are talking about. And if your package is up to 8 lakhs, new tax is beneficial for you. It's almost zero tax or close to adjustments and stuff. You can make it zero or pay a very minimal tax. And 8 lakhs to 17 lakhs and above 17 lakhs, there is a deductions is the key factor. So I assume that many of us will be completing 80C, 80D, which is 2.25 lakh. And apart from it, if you have any other deductions, like which would be the core deduction which makes any sense would be HRA. So adding all these deductions up, if your magic number 3,75,000 worth
Are
of
you sharing any screen?
sorry?
Are you sharing
Yes,
screen?
Padriji,
Yeah.
he's sharing screen.
I don't
Can
see.
everyone see it?
Yes,
Yes.
Anupam.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, you can see.
Yeah,
Padriji, you
just
might want to
for
just
sake,
quickly
I again
he
reshare.
will join back.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see. I don't know. Now I see.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, so this three slabs up to 8, 8 to 17, 17 and above. So what would be the major differentiating factor is total number of deductions is 3.75 lakh. If your deductions are more than 3.75 lakh, old regime is beneficial for you. So let's say I have a deductions of 5 lakh rupees. Just give me a moment. I'll just open a sheet. Or for that matter, yes. Yeah. So if your package is 15 lakhs and your deductions are 3.75, your taxable income will become 11 lakh 12,000, and your income tax on old regime is 1.5 lakh, new regime is 1 lakh 40,000. So when you increase this by another say 1 lakh rupees, oh sorry, yeah. By 1 lakh rupees, you start seeing that your old regime tax is falling by 20,000 rupees. So if a person is having 5 lakh 75,000 because he's paying more of a rent, or he's staying with his parents and saying that he's paying rent to his parent, and some of the things like what we do that we are paying to our spouse, etc. and stuff, somewhere there are hiccups, but yeah, if you can consult someone and do it in a proper manner, old regime makes sense when you cross that magic number of 3.7 to 75 lakh. But because of the new regime, what they have declared, so I think everyone are clear till now. So if your deductions are more than 3.75 lakh, our old regime is beneficial for us, right?
Yeah,
Anyone, any doubts? Yeah.
but the
So
challenge getting that 3.75 lakhs deduction, and that is the challenge.
okay, so yeah, maybe it's not that challenge because 3.75 lakh you have ATC of 1.5 lakh.
Yeah, ATC 50 lakh, 50,000.
Yes, ATD is another 50,000 if your parents are not aged more than 60 years. If they're more than 60, you can go up to 75,000. Okay. And
Yeah,
then
so basically it'll be ATC, ATD, and then home loan NPS also, yeah. NPS we
NPS
have.
is another 50,000. And here you've crossed almost your 250. And if you have home loan, it is another 2 lakhs. So we are at break-even number. And or the HRA. HRA is something we can take risk, we can play around at least for this financial year. Because even though if you put like 25,000 rupees per month as a rent, you can get at least 12,000 rupees as benefit per month in HRA deduction, taking a very low number. Based on salary to salary, person to person, this number changes. So anywhere between this 144 plus 250 can be achieved. So if you are a person saying that you have HRA, ATC, ATD, do the NPS before 31st March so that you can get the benefit of 15,000 if you are in 30% slab.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the
but then
major contributor here is home loan along with HRA. Then,
correct.
Sorry, I did not get you.
I mean, the major contributors along with, yeah, I usually have done ATC and NPS majorly,
Yeah.
ATD, but I haven't, I think the additional things that's needed here is home loan plus HRA.
Home loan or
Yeah.
HR, not plus. It's an either or.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think Anuram, what Mr. Kalayan is saying, ki if it's both, then it'll make more sense, right? And again, you've taken the salaried income of 15 for now. Just bump up that number to, let's say, 25. Let's see what the
That would
magic
be even
number
the
is.
same thing. I mean, the taxes would be delta would be similar. Yeah.
Magic number would change, right? It won't be.
No, magic number would be remaining the same. Because that is the number of deductions, the old regime versus new regime, that lower tax benefits are going to come in. So magic
Okay.
number is always same. So when you're going 25 lakhs, then achieving the magic number is more easy because you can play with HRA a little bit, but magic number stays the constant.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So maybe it's
Fine.
between of 12 to 10 to 15 lakhs, that 8 lakhs to 17 lakhs, the magic number would be differentiating and the decisions differentiate because you are in 20% slab. Once you cross that 15 lakhs mark, you have, what do you say, you're coming to 30% thing. So you can play around it with that number.
Anuram, there are a couple of questions on the chat. I'll quickly read them for you.
Sure.
Someone with a 50 lakh plus package who had tax reductions in new regime this
Mhm.
year, can they change to old regime next year? Corporate employee.
Yep. So only salaried employees have given that option. Whenever you want, every year you can flip old, new, old, new. If you have a business, sorry, you are blocked to this one. So people who are doing any F&O, you have to be careful about your regime. Salaried employee doing F&O, couple of transactions, there will be a business transaction. So they have to be little careful about it.
And another one, is it true that once you choose the new tax regime, we can never go back to the old regime?
Yeah, that is true only for this guy who is doing the business. So if the F&O guy has done F&O and thought that this year new regime is beneficial, he cannot flip back. But even there is a condition that if you are having only salary income for that year, you can choose again old and new regime. So there is no, for a salaried employee, you are safe. Only the person who have to think about it is other than salaried employees.
Okay. So somebody who's a freelancer using a presumptive taxation sort of things, for them also,
That would be
they
difficult.
won't
Yeah.
they won't come under the salaried employee thing, right?
No. So freelancer, I mean, salary employee plus freelancer also have to be careful. Only freelancer, I mean, freelancer, it is fine because they have a better taxation. If they're making 10 lakhs on a freelance deal, they can declare 50% of profit or 8% of the profit depending on which segment they're working. If they're a developer, it is 50% of profit. If there are an UI UX designer or a marketing person, they can show 6 to 8% profit and save a lot of taxes. So we are not that lucky people, everyone over here are.
Sure. And I think, yeah, Badriji, you have a question on NPS? Yeah, go ahead, please. I mean, again, it's all a discussion, right? So please
Yep.
go ahead with your question.
No, again,
Um,
he's a tax expert, right? So I was asking whether he'll be able to clarify on NPS. Okay, the question is very simple. So I have an NPS through my employer, right? Like that, whatever the percentage up to allowed and all that, right? So the 50,000 is a separate one. That is a tier two or whatever we call in the NPS. Does both have to be from the same, bank and same plan number, or it's two different?
No, so your NPS account is one and the same. Your contribution matters. That's it. So if you're having corporate NPS and your own personal NPS, both are tier one only. They're not tier two, tier one are difference between the withdrawal thing. So for your tax deduction, it will be tier one in both the cases, and you can drop your 50,000 from on your own, and we can get that additional benefit.
Yeah. So on my own, my question is, do I again have to go back to my employer, whoever is
Right.
deducting,
No,
right,
no,
to them, or I need to do a personal contribution?
you can do the personal contribution to your PRAN account directly.
That will be a plan account. Okay.
Yeah.
So Badriji, there are two sort of contributions, right? One becomes an individual contribution, which is that up to 50,000 rupees,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
what
goes
I'm asking
directly to
about. That's what I was asking
correct. So
about.
that has to be done by you. That has to be initiated by you directly into the respective PRAN number that you have, right? The
Okay, so I
other one,
cannot create
which
a
is
new plan. So existing plan, I have to do a
one
direct.
PRAN.
Okay. Okay.
You'll have one PRAN only. So let's say for example, if today I already have an individual PRAN, right? I opened my individual account first, and then my corporate enrolled into it. So they will ask existing,
One second.
No, it's the other way
right?
around. For me, I have an employer plan. I mean, I have a plan which I got through employer deduction, right? So now I'm trying to
Okay.
do a contribution to my personal. Okay, so my employer thing is, I think, done by HDFC. So I tried to do
Okay.
ICICI, it was not working for me. So that's why I was having this question.
Got it. Got it. So in fact, hold on for a month if you can. April, we are going to do something very dedicated on NPS and pension
No, I don't
through
want to
through
lose
some.
30%, right, in the
Oh
next
yeah, I mean
10
this was
days.
correct, obviously. Yeah. No, so 50,000 you do, and then maybe next year you can optimize it even better.
So another question. This is like NPS. Okay, I do contribution. This year I have money, I do it. Next year I don't have to do it, right? It's not you have to do it
So
mandate every
minimum
year.
1,000 rupees per year you have to do to keep the
Acha,
account
okay.
active.
Like a PEPF, like something like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
got
like
it.
PP.
Oh, got it. Thank
I'll move on. Anuram Kostabi is asking, please show the old versus new comparison for FY 25-26.
Yeah. So coming to here, the problem with the FI 22 to 25 26 have become, one second, it is almost going up to 7.5 lakhs kind of a deal. So that is the problem we are facing with the new regime kind of a part. Yeah. So new regime for 25-26, it is going up to 5 point, how was it like 7.75 lakh if your slab is more than 25 lakhs income. So that is a problematic thing what we are facing it. So to beat that 7.5 lakhs limit, I think it is very difficult for us to crack it out. So because of that, new regime is, see, even at 25 lakhs, even if you put it 7.75 lakh, then you are matching your both deductions. And if you cross it by say 9 lakhs, then you are saving 60,000 rupees. So out of 25 lakh, getting 10 lakh rupees worth of deductions is no possible. I think Kalyan was saying only 3.75 is difficult. In the next year, it is like 7.75 is the limit of the benefit. So that is the reason next year it is, unless your package is more than package is less than 25 lakhs or 15 lakhs, there is no question of, even in any case, actually it is any case, it is like simple go ahead with new regime. Unless you are thinking about, you have lots of deductions, you're paying a very good HRA and trying to, what we say, milk lot of deductions out of this one, it is always new regime is beneficial because the delta is not the great. So you can use the HRA benefit, try to say that I'm paying your package is let's say 50 lakhs. You can say that I'm paying 1 lakh rupee rent. Even then, what is the benefit you're getting is 60,000 between old versus new, and you have to give rental agreement, show that there is a bank transfer, do the TDS, show your all your proof to the company. There's efforts for that 60,000 doesn't make any sense unless you have genuinely having paying a lot of rent. I don't think old regime is any more beneficial from April 1st. It is direct.
So, Anuram, I have
Yeah.
a question over here.
Yeah.
I think we had a session on Friday, the workshop that was scheduled. There was this calculator that showed that if you have a package above 50 lakh or 75 lakh, I think that was the number. This for this new financial year 25-26, it's going to be beneficial if you switch back to the old regime. And I think the tax that was being deducted was something around 19 with the new regime and something around 1688 with old regime. So I want to know if this thing of coming back to the new regime or shifting to the new regime is going to be beneficial for everyone above 2025, or is it going to be different once you reach that 50 or 75 lakh mark?
No, it is everyone unless it's all about deductions. So what is happens is if your deductions are less, nowhere old regime will be beneficial for you. You have to be in new regime, even at 50 lakhs or anything. Your delta will be very less actually.
Hmm.
I mean, because at 60 lakhs, you'll add surcharge more. So you have to try. So maybe the situation what they're talking about is where you have crossed 50 lakhs and there is a deduction just below pulling you down to a lesser surcharge and you're saving on surcharge. That would be only the case when you are between 50 to 60. There is an hypothetical situation like say you have 54 lakhs and you have 5 lakhs of deductions, you're coming down to old regime and you're saving on the surcharge. That is 5% of extra tax.
So this year, has there been some major update to the HRA piece in the new regime, or like HRA was not considered in the new regime, right? Previously,
I mean, it is same. It is also
it's
not
the same.
considered now. So
Okay.
basically, what's my point is for any salaried employee to save a lot of taxes, the
Yeah.
only option what he can pick up is HRA. So it's like your husband and wife are working.
Yeah.
So property is on husband's name and there is a home loan running. Wife can show that I'm paying rent to my husband, have a legal agreement, bank transfer every month. And if the number is higher, you have to do a tax deduction. Do the
Hmm.
TDS and take it on his name and save taxes when you are
Hmm.
in high packages. This was possible till last year. And these
Yeah.
efforts are not so yielding benefits. So if you have done all these efforts for last financial year, you would have saved anywhere between 2 to 3 lakh rupees. And from next financial year, if you're putting all these efforts from new versus old regime, you are only saving 1 lakh rupees. So then that question comes up, is that 1 lakh rupee worth? Because this is all subjective to person, we have to discuss in depth on one if needed. But my main entire basic thumb rule is what is the number of deductions you have?
Hmm.
And
Understood.
without HRA, you cannot even cross 5 lakhs of deductions, I think. Because as we were discussing earlier with Kalyan, what Kalyan was also telling is hardly 3.75 is difficult, but ATC is 1.5, ATD is 75, NPS, let's say 50, that would be 3.25, and your corporate NPS is also available, then it might be pushing you to 5 lakhs without HRA and home loan. Yes, for me.
Yeah, just wanted to share that experience because it's good that you are talking about the effort required as well. I was in old tax regime until the year before this current financial year, before the benefits are coming in new tax regime. I am still in new. I switched from old to new because I had last year I was in, I think I would have told to Akshat also. I was in big trouble. I was trying to invest a lot and I took a loan to invest and show my deductions. So that kind of saved my, just switching to new kind of saved that pressure from my mind that I don't have to worry about. I have to just get the money to deduct, to show it as deductions for that 1.5 or 2 lakhs. So,
Yeah. So actually that efforts of doing all these LICs, all those things. So now from April onwards, the change towards everything looking at tax saving, I mean, investment looking for tax saving will be changed because mostly any of the investments, you're not going to save huge amount of taxes. So you have to look your investment like an investment. Maybe NPS is only the gray area from here on from April. So I think Akshat will be taking on webinars on NPS from next month, as he said. So yeah, that is the thing. So from next year, it is deemed 90% of the people should go ahead with new regime, which saves lots of efforts. See, unless you are a person like come what may, I'll just take care of it. You take whatever the deductions you wanted to do. I have donated to political party around. I think I wanted to show that one that is here. So if you are a kind of this person, and most of you I think are from Hyderabad, this is a great guy from Hyderabad working for 46 lakhs package. He claimed he donated 45 lakhs to a political party and kept entire refund.
Yeah, many such cases I read. Especially Hyderabad is very prone for it, I guess.
Bangalore is more worse than us, but yeah, Hyderabad
No,
thing
but
came up
that
because
one of the study I saw, more cases were from Telangana and Andhra.
I mean we are a little bit daring people. I should call.
I
But
know Amirpet is a hub for a lot of things.
Badriji, Anuram is from Hyderabad, so he doesn't want to take all the blame.
I know. I know Hyderabad very much because my in-laws are there. I have been there 5-6 years, so definitely I know Hyderabad better.
I should call Bangalore people more smart because they created PDFs, generated, I don't know what tools they used, they generated bank statements also for the people who are claiming this. So we are not so sophisticated, we are plain simple people. We don't say anything, we'll get the refund back to you using this simple schemes.
Okay.
So Bangalore, that was great. I mean, few people gave them the fake proofs also, bank statement with rental deposits and etc. That was more troublesome because at least here I evaded taxes. My maximum penalty is my paying back tax with 100% penalty. There I
Right.
that IT
It's a
Act
forgery, no?
forgery. My job will definitely be gone forever.
Understand. See, I
So
have a question on the taxes, right? So we are talking about HRA or the like this one, right? HRA or the housing loan, not both, correct? But
yes,
there are cases where you can still do, right? Because I say
true.
I have a house, but I'm not able to stay there for whatsoever reason. I've given that out for rent. So, but the house I am staying is on a HRA. So, but the rent that I'm getting, I used to show that as an income. But from this year, up to two houses, you cannot show, you don't have to show that as an income, correct?
So there is a complex situation over here. The point is, yeah, that is true. You can have a home loan and claim HRA as well, but here the smartness what people lose over there is showing rental income for the house. So there is a clause in income tax says that within the 50 kilometers of your radius, if you own a house, you cannot claim another house where you're paying rent and stuff. So it has to be the distance between more than 50 kilometers. If it is not so, you have to definitely prove that you are getting a rental for that house. So you can say that, boss, that was a small house. I put it on
Yeah.
rent.
What I do, right? I see, mine
Yes.
is definitely not a 50 kilometer, but I
Yes.
do claim a rent. Okay, maybe I may not be showing if I'm getting 15-20K, but I'm at least claiming a rent of 6 or 7K and pay tax for that.
Exactly. So that
But
7,000 you have
from
to show
this
and
year, that also not required, right? Up to two houses, you don't have to show the rental income.
no, that is coming to the second one. What is that concept is if you are having two own houses till last year, though it is not on rent, you have to show the notional rent. From
Correct.
this year onwards, they said that you need not show the notional. But in your case, because you are claiming HRA and you have only one house, you definitely have to show rent, saying that because I gave it at a rent, I'm just staying over here for a paying rent. That is the reason I'm claiming HRA and home loan together. So in your
Okay.
concept, if you won't show that 7,000, 10,000 rupees, we will be at a trouble because no, you're trying to claim being over smart and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, but I did not do that yet, so I just was asking. Okay.
Yep, no worries. That is
So
the thing. You
for
have to definitely show that basic logic is wo rent mein de diya, so I am getting rent. Based on
correct. That
interest
was the point.
payment,
Yeah.
we can play around with the rent number.
Oh, got it.
Anuram, one question.
Yes.
So I just joined little late, and based on whatever I heard so far, are you telling that somebody who is in the 50 lakh plus category, if the person has home loan and some standard deduction, of course, this NPS is not there for me, but other standard deductions are there, then home loan is also there, which will start because I'm buying an apartment. With that also going to the, I mean, I'm still in old scheme. So continuing with the old scheme is not beneficial, but you should switch to new scheme. Is that what you're advising? Then of course I'm losing this home loan benefit, everything right there.
Yeah. So if you're between 50 to 55 lakhs, 56 lakhs kind of a package, yeah, you may be considering switching to old regime. But if you're crossing that 56, 57 number, still new regime is beneficial for you next year. See, you're paying interest and what is maximum you're getting on 2 lakh rupee home loan deduction is 60,000 in the form of tax savings. ATC 1.5 lakh is another 45,000 rupees, 105. And ATD, let's say 75. So hardly you'll be saying 2 lakhs. But in the new regime as a whole, they have reduced lot of slab rates because of which even then your new regime is being lucrative for you. The standard number for your total deductions. So adding up all your deductions, it has to cross 7 lakh rupee mark, at least for your 50 lakhs package. It has to cross 7 lakh rupee. Then only we will be able to say that old regime is beneficial for you.
Okay, total magic number is 7 lakh. If it crosses, then
7.
old scheme is beneficial. If that doesn't cross, then we should switch to new, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Anuram, I have two questions for you. One is the, snippet I've shared on chat, the one that I was talking about, where for 75 lakh, there is lesser tax being deducted in the old regime versus the new regime. This is where I was getting confused from.
Okay, old regime, new regime, 25, 26. This is 75 lakh, 19 lakh, and total deduction 75,000. Old regime total deduction. So, I mean, here they're saying that your total deduction should be 17.25 lakhs. So, where will get 17.25 lakh of deductions?
I think it was based calculated on the HRA component for a 75 lakh CTC.
So yeah, so if you have a HRA component and you're able to use it off entirely in a legal manner, as I said, there are options. So if you are able to use it, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because say, as I said, we have a client where husband and wife are both are working, both are in a 50 lakhs package. What we did is wife is paying husband the rent or the reverse way around for whom the EMI is being deducted. That way we maximize their HRA benefit. And because it's a 2-3 crore kind of a house, their interest on monthly yearly basis is 20 lakhs. Even if she pay 20 lakhs rupees as rent to his house, which is the might be the market norm, they'll still husband won't pay any tax on the rental income. Wife is able to get the HRA claim. That kind of a situation you will be in this way. And then also look at the efforts what you have to put to save 3 lakh rupee tax. You have to come up 17.25 lakh number. Efforts is not so great. I don't, at least for the guy who is making 50 lakhs, he'll definitely say, boss, I don't want you, your 3 lakh rupees, get lost out of this one.
Understood. And here's where my second question was coming. So if I'm planning to, buy a house and take a loan of around 1 CR, and my office is with like that house is within 30 kilometers range of my office, will I be able to claim the HRA and also, do the home loan bit at the same point of time, considering that for the next 3 years, this house would not be in a state to put on rental, like that is under construction?
Under construction, you won't be able to claim the home loan benefit. So because of that, what do I say is like you cannot claim the benefit of home loan for next 2-3 years. Once that is kicking in for occupation certification is received, we can do the part. See, playing around with anything is only for this 31st March and this June, July thing only. We can play any of these things. And my problem now, what they started is they started 2016. So they got, so from next year onwards, they got lots and lots of time to torture us. So let's be a little bit less funny from here on so that we need not worry about them and focus and take help of Akshay to earn more money rather than worry about these things.
Makes a lot of sense. That's what my husband keeps on saying all the time. Instead of worrying about taxes, think about how you can earn more. That's the only way. Earn more, make more, invest more. That's it. Nothing else.
So for salaried employee, yeah, actually, please go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was just adding on to that thought that Kasturi shared. Whether you earn more or not, invest more.
Invest more, exactly.
So here
You
for
know that 35% number, I've been rolling out that to my husband. Are we, actually saving 35% of our, total in-hand salary? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? We were literally sitting
Madam, you're
yesterday
missing one
calculating
point.
each and everything.
Madam, you're missing one point. Earn more, invest more, everything is fine. Also pay tax more.
Yes,
Obviously.
I'll add my knowledge.
That
So
that comes without saying.
no, for a salaried employee who is earning more, start creating entities and be smart. Push the income and expenditure to the new entity. It's a partnership firm, I prefer, rather than an HUF. Explore those options, and that will be for another webinar altogether. I'll not start, but there is an heads up. For your people from April onwards who are making salaried employees, create those partnership firms, HUFs, where you can push off your FDs and everything into those things. FD is also good, but don't put it on your name. If you put it on your name, it becomes bad.
So Akshat and Anuram, this
partnership
would
is
be the
better
next
than
point
HUF?
then.
Sorry.
Sorry, I will go after you. Go ahead, madam.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that for the next session, please keep HUF completely into focus and 1 hour session entirely on HUF. We really need it.
Definitely.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
you're saying partnership would be much beneficial than HUF?
Yes, because see, I mean, I won't tell for your age because based on voice, I'm thinking you are an elder person. For a younger generation,
No, don't say that. I just woke up. I had a late night work.
Patriji
yeah,
is just 18, man. Anuram, you
Uh,
shouldn't do that.
yeah. I'm 18 plus 30 years of experience. So
yes, sir. So for younger generation, looking at all this divorce news, which are hugbug and happening and everything. So as an advisor, just to save 30% of tax, I cannot ask HUF because I became scary. So for last 2 years, I was touching everyone say HUF, HUF, HUF.
No, fortunately, unfortunately, I am not in that range. So I mean, so maybe HUF will still work for me.
Exactly. So HUF and partnership, the costs are not so big and huge difference, and that gives a lot of clarity on those things. And also one advantage what brings the HUF is all fuel expenses and car expenses we can push it under partnership from saying it is doing business rather than on HUF. I have to prove that HUF is doing a business.
No, but then you need to have a source of income for partnership firm, no?
Yeah, though
Like
this have capital, no? So whatever investments they're putting in as a part of capital, they'll put it into the partnership firm. They'll put FDs, they'll do SIPs, they'll do some buying of houses on own capital. I've seen people making more than 50 lakhs. They have not taken home loan and buying the flats as an additional investment. They can do it from partnership firm.
But Anuram, I mean, are these being very, very bluntly asking you this, right? Are these loopholes that are there, or are these ethically viable options?
So ethically viable, but again, to do it as a tax planning, you need, this is not all applicable for all. I think out of 20, maybe one or two have these applicabilities and possibility for them. It has to be assessed. Yeah, so the options are there, but have to be assessed properly with cost benefit analysis and efforts again. So I always put three things.
So, I mean, I understand you said we'll have a separate topic for this, just for curiosity's sake, right? So, partnership, okay, if say one person is working, okay, say me, I'm working, but my wife is not working, but I do a lot of F&O, she does a lot of F&O on her name, and my daughter, elder one, she has an F&O and all that. So, can we bring all that into one, partnership?
Yes, F&O is properly business. So you can call it as a business and do the F&O under partnership firm name itself directly. So your capital in one place, you can pledge all your investments for the limit and do the covered calls. I think that would be partnership would be better, and you can book all the expenses. And your spouse is not working, so she can take salary, and your daughter can take salary from the partnership firm.
But same thing you can do in HUF also, right? You can do the salary and all that in HUF also, right?
But pumping capital into HUF becomes a very thin line, and there are some rules and things what we have to look into. Gifting to HUF, co-passers are investing money, etc., and all those things. So partnership looks clean. I gave money, it's a partnership. I gave 1 crore. My other partner gave only 1 lakh. Another partner gave only 2 lakhs. So I took extra money, or they took extra money. Blah 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 can be managed, or can be clean on they're like white and black. In HUF, it's always gray. That's the problem.
Yeah, I definitely want a little bit more detailed discussion on this. Maybe if I can talk to you directly, or you're going to set up another call, I'm fine.
Sure.
Because I've been thinking about HUF for a long time. I think right time for me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Properties if
I
they're
think,
yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I think you got. Sorry, I think it's something needed for people getting going about 25
Kalai your voice is not audible.
Okay, one second.
But that's the partnership also get complicated as the kids get married and then go, like for example HUF also get complicated, right? To go next generation or that.
Partnership firm, it is clear, right? As a partner, I'm bringing X capital into the business. I'm going out of it, I'll get that X proportionate.
That's easier. That's even easier.
Easier, understandable. So as a partner, I brought it capital of 10 lakhs into the partnership. current net worth of partnership is 2 crores. So my 10 lakhs by 2 crores is what I am receivable. But if in the case of HUF, even though I bring 1 penny, 1/3 is mine if I am a part of it. Yeah. So
what we'll do is obviously we'll share Anuram's coordinates at the end of the session, so feel free to reach out to him directly as well for your personalized discussions. I just wanted to give a quick time check. We've still not entered tax loss harvesting. We're at 12:20, so let's move forward, and then maybe
Swami's question, and then we'll move on. Yeah, last question.
Yeah,
Sure.
make this note also, right, Akshat. Maybe the estate planning is something everybody I think not many know about it, right? The will, writing the will and all that. Maybe a help or an session on that would be really helpful, because we save so much. We spend so much to save money, invest, and all that. But if it's not properly planned in the will or all, so it would be waste. Correct. So that is something.
Sure thing. Thank you. Taken a note.
Yes, Swami.
Yeah, I was saying people above 20-25 lakhs. It's important to know these HUF, or I don't know anything about these, so I think another session would definitely help.
Sure, definitely. I'll do it. We can have one-on-one, or even this is also fine. We can manage those things. No worries. Yeah. Sure. So coming to tax loss harvesting. So this is all about your stocks. Most of us would have stocks. The new concept which came into, it's not new, it's old itself. But synopsis, I'll just put it in this way. I'll take the sheet. That would be better, easy way to understand. Yeah. So from 24 July, they made it 12.5 lakhs, 12.5% as your capital gain, long-term capital gain. And in old regime, 1 lakh is up to 1 lakh. There is no limit. In new regime, it's 1.25 lakh. Let's, for our ease of matter, we'll go ahead with 1 lakh rupees is our limit, limit up to which no tax is there. So if I book a profit of 1 lakh rupees this year, I will need not pay any taxes. Is a simple concept. So in the investing, what we have come across, and why this tax loss harvesting has become popular is because as a basic exemption limit every year, government is giving me 1 lakh. I have two options. I invested 10 lakh rupees, and every year I'm able to generate 10% return. And this is happening for 10 years. So if I am doing it for 10 years, by end of 10 years, I made my money double. I got profit of 10 lakhs and my own capital is of 10 lakhs. My end capital is corpus is 20 lakhs. Now I have two options. At a year 10, let's say I'm exiting all my profits and booking it. So I made 10 lakh rupee profit. As per current government norm, I'll be given 1 lakh rupee limit, 1 lakh limit as exemption, and I have to pay tax on the balance. That would be 9 lakh rupees. This into 12.5%. So this would be 1,12,000 rupees is what I have to pay. So the other way around to do about it is, because I got every year 1 lakh rupees exemption, I'll book every year 1 lakh rupee profit. So the same 10 lakh rupee stock is invested into Reliance on 23rd March to 25th March or 27th March, based on the timelines. I'll sell my 10 lakh rupees stock at 11 lakh rupees and again buy that 11 lakh rupees invested. Same stock, nothing. I mean, no creative way or nothing. I'm just buying that 11 lakhs again. And this year I'm paying zero tax. So in that way, if I'm doing it for 10 years, every year I'm able to save 12,500 rupees, the 12% thing. And what is happening is, I need not pay at the end of year any tax of 1,11,000. So every year I am saving 12,000 rupees, and I need not pay at the end of 10 years. I have same 20 lakhs, and I need not pay this 1,12,500 rupees. That is the base concept of tax loss harvesting, what everyone is talking about. So booking your profit in a piecemeal manner, so that you are not paying a long-term tax in the long-term play. So everyone in the market saying that put SIP for its 10% step up for 30 years, and you'll make 1 crore into 2 crores, 2 crores into 200 crores, 200 crores into 2000 crores kind of a gameplay. So in that small aspect, we are also saying that if you are doing that, you have to learn this as well. So if
very easily, very well put, Anuram.
So yeah, so every year you have to book a profit of 1 lakh between this last 1 week, because every year who will see every year who will see that how much of profit is being made and everything. So this 1 lakh will play you a crucial role for that tax saving. Simply booking 1 lakh rupee of profit. Before going into next step, I'll take these questions. Yes, Viraj.
Hi. Thanks for this session again. We spoke on last week on, I think, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. So about the tax loss harvesting, this is true what you just told for the stocks. Will
Yep.
it be same for mutual funds?
Yep, same.
Equity
And
oriented.
equity, anything which is equity oriented.
Equity oriented mutual.
Okay. So let's say if I have been doing SIPs for last 10 years, and I see there is a significant gain, but I haven't sold anything. My SIPs
Yep.
are still on.
Yep.
And today I decide, okay, on tomorrow I decide 24th of March, I just book a profit of 1 lakh.
Yes.
And then again, so I just withdraw that, and again within a week I just reinvest that one
Not even
lakh.
within a week. Next day is also fine.
Next day is so
not on the same day.
Yeah,
Yes.
after first April. Yeah. After 1st April, right?
No, not required. Even if the same day, it's fine, Akshat. So it is just, apart from same day, next day is also fine. No
Next
worries.
day is also fine. Yeah.
So same day, what happens is, if you are talking about equity, it is considered as intraday. So because of that, the system picks up it as an intraday. Same day bought and sold the same quantity. Because of that problem, we say that plus 1 day. In case of mutual funds, yeah, I think it would be better for the same day or next day. It is not much matters.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, you can invest
But
1
if
lakh
I'm
today.
selling
And
at a loss, then what happens?
that will be the
So
next
if I'm
case.
selling tomorrow, right? If it's at a loss, then definitely I'm not booking a profit, right?
So you're not booking a profit, but
You're
so
booking a loss.
no, you'll be at a loss, but minimal loss, right? So Reliance will not fall 10% over the day if that is the thing. So this day, today on a 10 lakh rupees, I booked 1 lakh rupee profit. Next day, let's say the stock has went down, I made an additional profit. Next day, if the stock goes up by 1%, 2%, out of 12,500, I might have lost 2,000 rupees in this process. Am I right? Am I onto the point, Krishnan?
Yeah, a little not understanding, but I'll think
So
about it.
yeah, so I'll just simply say that today I have a 10 lakh rupees Reliance worth of stock, and
I think Anuram, Unikrishnan's question was, what if it is a loss instead of profit, right, sir? I mean,
Yeah,
can
no.
you...
What I understood from Anuram is like over 10 years, you are making some 10 lakhs profit, right? And
Yes.
so instead of waiting for that, you start selling the shares now and then start making smaller profits now, right? So that you can avoid that tax for that period. So that it comes within 1 lakh. I think that's what he's telling. But my question
Right.
is, so if I am selling it tomorrow, and what if the shares are selling at a loss? Then I'm not getting any profit at all, right? That is the point I'm not able to
Yeah, so
understand.
then you won't sell your shares. Now, if you're not making a profit, it wouldn't make sense for you to sell those shares.
I'll
Correct.
also come back to that
No,
option.
so
I'll
Akshat,
explain.
one more thing, right? See, you have a loss on Reliance, okay? It's a short-term loss or whatever. You might have a profit elsewhere. You can offset there.
Correct,
If you
correct.
have a profit,
We'll
you
just
sell the
cover that in
profit
the
once.
second case study.
Correct.
Correct,
Okay.
Badriji. That's, I mean, Anuram was just covering the happy path of everything profit, profit, profit. He'll just cover that, the other path of loss
Yeah,
as
yeah. One thing I wanted to highlight here, so when you're doing that calculation of 12,500, okay, also make a note, if your brokerage of buy and sell is higher, so you need to consider that also, right? I mean, there's a good amount of brokerage also will go away when you're selling, right?
I don't think that much of brokerage is currently existing because of zero concept. Because all these things are long term or short term. Hardly your charges are 100 rupees, 200 rupees
No,
based on.
that's why I said depends on your brokerage, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so mine was slightly higher. When I did this, I realized, okay, in the process of saving 12,000, I lost 4,000 for the brokerage. Okay, so Okay,
That
that is
is.
Yeah,
one.
traditional brokers still charge a little
Correct,
higher as
correct.
compared
So
to the online brokers.
yeah, and one another point I just want to know the benefit of the group I'm selling. So consider doing this. I have been doing this very effectively. Consider doing this tax harvesting. Like every adult at your house, right? See, you have two kids who are adult. You have a wife. So basically, imagine not 1.25 lakh saving, right? It's like a 6 lakhs you are saving if you have 4 members at home. So what I do is I invest in all their names and then take this benefit of all their names. So it's a maximum benefit you have to take it.
True.
Very, very, very well put. Thanks for sharing. That's an important
Yes,
point.
Badri.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Badri, you have a question?
Yeah, I was the one who was asking this.
I mean, again, he raised the hand,
Yeah.
so I thought, yeah.
No,
Sorted.
no. I raised the hand and then I pitched it in for something else.
So now the second concept is I have a Reliance which is having 1 lakh rupee profit, and as someone was asking, I have another stock which is as good as Ola Electric. And one moment, yes, Viraj.
Hey, I'm really sorry. I clicked by mistake. You can
Cool. No worries. Yeah. So I have a Reliance stock which is also going down. I have a Ola Electric stock which is also going down. So mostly all of stocks are going currently down. Let's say there is an SME, you made 100% profit before the thing, or currently you made an 200% profit, but it came down to 100%. So what we are doing is, let's take, this is the hypothetical situation. You have a unrealized profit of 3 lakh rupees on long-term capital gain, unrealized 1 lakh rupees short-term capital gain, and there are short-term capital loss and long-term capital loss which are still unrealized or realized for this current financial year. Then what we can do is we can start offsetting these adjustments. So I have a holding which is more than 2-3 years, which is showing gain, and there is a short-term capital, there is a notional loss. Let's say Ola Electric, randomly it fell down by 60%. You are still questioning whether you have to stay it in or not. So what we can do in that kind of situation is, okay, let's book the loss today and again reinvest into the Ola Electric only, so that at least this year I'm not paying my taxes on my long-term capital gain to that extent. So you're not making much of a profit, but at least you are saving the taxes part is the entire game. That is the reason they're calling tax loss harvesting, because it is growing on your thing. Anytime you have to pay, that is the small adjustments we are doing in the business of trading. So you have gains and you have also losses, offsetting net and add your 1 lakh rupees. For that year, if there is a possibility of saving good taxes in the cost and also adding brokerage and other things, if you have a good benefit, then we'll exit out of it. Or in the case of what Unikrishnan was asking, if you have only losses this year, you can also book that losses entirely this year, again reinvest back, and this losses can be offset for future 7 to 8 year period. That is also fine, because this year I've booked some loss, that loss is on my tab, which can be adjusted future also. Instead of looking at that red depressive screen, at least you can see the greener and give some motivation to you for further put in some more SIPs is one of the additional small benefit we can get out of it. So
I
but
definitely agree
Anuram,
with that point. You know,
how it is possible? So suppose if I'm selling some shares on loss today and
yes,
showing it as part of my IT return, right? That
yes.
this much shares were on loss, then that is the end of it, right? Next year, what do you mean by like I can again use it for
so
future
we can
years?
carry forward the loss. No, we can
Yes.
short term loss. We can carry forward for the next 7 years. We can carry forward.
I see.
8 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
8
Okay,
years you
sorry.
can carry forward your long term and short term. Even in long term, your real estate asset is also there, right? This loss can be if your long term loss is there. So you are holding some share for more than 1 year and there is a significant loss. You can book that loss, and that loss can be adjusted to your shares or from your company or your property. In that case, that offset will give you the benefit in future. Or the same shares performed well, later you can offset those. So that way, having a loss on the tab is also not a problem. That loss can be offset with the future profits.
So even if I offset currently, I can still offset the same thing in
No,
future
no.
years.
This year, I mean, so you're saying entirely loss, and once the offset is happened this year itself, you cannot carry forward. There is nothing to
Exactly.
carry.
That's my question. I understood that way. If I offset one year, then I cannot use the same loss again,
Yes, I'm
right?
talking about the case where you have only losses in all the portfolio. Then I'm saying that
That
at least we'll do that rotation such a way that your capital will be coming down from 10 lakhs to 8 lakhs. And at least it shows some green, it gives the motivation to keep money more. That way gives you a fuel to stay more invested is the additional point.
So that's
Basically, it's
really
a
very valid
reset.
one. That's what I have done. Right. But coming April, I will see all at least my portfolio green. So, at least I will carry forward the
Green,
loss
but
for the
it is
future
green.
gains.
It is green.
Yeah. And carry forward
But
the loss for the future usage. Future, no offset against future gains, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So that's
So
good.
Anuram, so
Yes.
if I go and look at my Zerodha account today and I see shares, right?
Yes.
And I haven't bought shares for the last couple of months. So if I look at it now, whatever shares I bought, some of the shares would be showing green, some of the shares might be in red,
Red.
considering that now market is falling, right?
Ah.
You're advising me to go and sell those shares which are showing red, right? And then keep that loss and see I can offset it in this year or future. In simple, is that what you are asking?
Yes. So you can just book entire red or both together. We can book it based on the LTCJ, STCJ. If your green scripts are more than 1 year, we can leave them off because they're only charged at 12.5%, and we'll get 1 lakh limit out of it. So we can book 1 lakh of that profit, which are more than 1 year, and also negative part of red thing. So the combination we have to arrive. In zero though, you have that tax loss harvesting screen. It will directly show it over there. You can book some of these transactions and you can save taxes.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know
you
about that.
Anuram, I
should
had
be able to find
one
that.
question.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so my question was that if right now majority of the investments that I'm making for, a future big investment like a house, I am putting all of that in mutual funds. And when my house gets confirmed, like, maybe a year later, I want to extract that entire 50 lakh amount from my mutual funds and put it onto the house loan or like as a down payment. So are you suggesting in order to have like, and I've been saving that money from the past 3 years and I plan to save it for another year. So will,
In case you need not worry about tax loss harvesting much because your
yeah,
gains are being reinvested into an house, you have a
yeah.
deduction for it, and you're not going to pay tax anyhow. At least for
Okay.
this
So,
first house or second house. From the third
okay.
house, you cannot do it replicate. It's only restricted to two houses.
Okay, okay. And would in that case, would it be beneficial if like, if I have like a 30 lakh, 40 lakh amount, so over a period of 30 days, every day I'm taking out a lakh, or if I take
no,
it
no,
out
no.
and I can't do that, right?
No,
You
no.
can.
So you have a maximum of 1 lakh deduct. Anuram, the maximum profit for to save taxes 1,25,000, right?
1,25,000
Above that, you
per
have
year.
per year. Correct. Exactly.
Yes.
So I think
Per year.
what
Okay.
you was
Yeah,
asking,
yeah.
Okay.
It's a
correct, correct.
smaller sum.
Gavin is
I think,
asking.
yeah, in your use
And
case,
again, Kaustubh, so in your case, you have a
Yeah.
special. I mean, since you are there, you're doing that with a goal in mind, right? Which you want to reinvest this money into buying a house property. So there,
Yeah.
the capital gains concept will kick in, right? So what happens is when you are moving your investments or any profit that you've made from your mutual funds equity and you're reinvesting them into real estate, right? At that
Hmm.
time you get a capital gain tax benefit where you don't have to pay any amount of tax on the gains that you've made because you're reinvesting it into a real estate class.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't see. That's interesting.
not real
Yeah, yeah,
estate.
that is
Well, it's a house property
Yeah,
only, only flats
Anuram
or
can correct.
residential
Anuram will
not for
give you the
plots, is
finer
it?
details.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Oh,
the
it
Understood.
doesn't apply
vice
for
versa is
plot, is
not
it?
possible.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry.
No, it does not apply for plot, only for flat, is
No,
it?
only flats. Only flat. I mean,
And
not a flat. Any residential property, it is allowed.
and how many times like that you're allowed?
Two houses per person.
See, I mean, just
Okay.
for discussion sake, if I already have house on my name or two house on my name, so where I've purchased normally, right? But now, can I use this concept and buy a third house?
No, two houses maximum. Third house onwards, you're
No,
not. You're
two houses, I did not use this concept. I already have it in a regular purchase.
no, no. The law says that you should have only two houses on your name. Till then only you can
Okay,
use this plan.
okay,
Yeah.
got it. Thank
And in case someone has like a joint ownership of a house, in that case also, will you be restricted?
That we can go ahead with the gray area where you're not restricted because then you can go to at least three houses, right? One is joint, each
Yeah.
one or one
you.
flat.
Consider as a half, right? Consider as a half.
Yes.
Okay. Anuram, then asking a related question there, right? So
Yes.
far, you're talking about like selling the shares, taking the profit, and investing in a house, right? So I'm buying a house now. So
Yep.
money I'm generating is like my own cash and then plus loan. Okay.
Huh.
So that will be done. Now, probably after this, everything is there. How I'm buying the house, I paid the money, and the home loan is also released. Then I have a property also, some land. If I'm selling that land at a later point, right, after a few months, right, and then taking that money and using that money to close my home loan, what is the benefit I can get? I mean, whatever you are telling, this same thing
This
will be applicable there.
will help you for that also, but the point is the timing is the important aspect. So you bought a house and you're selling a plot, which is similar to a capital asset like a share. The point which comes is within 1 year of your sale. I mean, like within 1 year, you have to plan your sale so that you can get the capital gain benefit, saying that I invested into the house already.
Okay, so that means before March 31st, if I'm completing my house purchase, right?
Yes.
If I'm completing the house purchase and starting from April 1 to next March 31st, I have 1 year time to sell my land and take that money and close this home loan. Is that what you are telling?
Not, yeah, exactly. You need not close the home loan. You can just claim the benefit that I purchased the house.
Sorry?
Anuram, there is Anuram, Viraj here.
Yes, Viraj.
So if okay, that the what you said is after a plot is sold, and if you're again reinvesting that in the house, buying a house within a year, then there is no tax implications over there. However, one may not be able to do that within a year, for example. Can you also tell something about the scheme where there is something called as long-term capital saving account, where you can go and park that amount over there, and you're buying a time until then you find the next property?
No, so that is not how it works, Viraj.
No?
I think I'll just explain close the concept and come
Sure.
back. So
Correct. And I'm sorry, I'm just sorry to interrupt. Just also cover the aspect of, so I think there are 3 stages, right? 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. For under construction, I think it's 3 years. Just check that while you're addressing it.
Yeah. So basically, first thing in the case of specific case, you're already buying a house and trying to sell it later, another plot. So what happens is there is a 54F section which says that I sold my property and that money I've invested into a residential house property within a span of 1 year to 2 year period. For that, government says that if it is crossing 6 months period, you have to keep your money in the what we say scheme, that bank account called what is it, capital savings account, which is with SBI most probably. So it is only with SBI we can open that capital gain savings account. Yeah, that is the account name, capital gain savings account.
There is also some bonds, right? There are also some bonds you can take.
That is 54 EC. That is altogether a different concept. We are not going to there. So
that is just to offset or like get away the taxation.
Yes.
But
So
itself
like
is not good.
yeah, 50 years, I have 10 years or some amount of time, I'll not get anything. Government is giving 6% yield only. If you're fine with it, we can go with that option. So in case of house, what will happen is you have to within 6 months. If you're closing the deal within 6 months, then it's just fine. You need not do this, open a capital gain savings account and invest your money into it and do the transaction. If you're crossing more than 6 months of period, what government says that your intention is to invest into some property, right? So put money, the capital gains into this capital gain savings account. I'll pay you some interest also on that one, and search for the property and pay from this account to them directly. Then only I can give you the benefit. That is the law. That is how they are doing it. The structure is sell the property and then put that money into the capital gain savings account and then purchase your property. Within the 6 months, you have to close. If you're within 6 months, if you're able to close it, that is fine. If not, putting that savings bank account in that money into the savings bank account, you can buy the time. But in case of Unikrishnan, he already bought a property. Now within an year, he has to sell to save the taxes. If the gain is really that huge, that efforts of doing this, which makes sense, then for him it is a reverse, because he already invested into the house property. He has a time limit to sell a property. So law says 2 years forward, 2 years backward, and 1 year forward kind of a thing. Or if it is an under construction house, how Akshat was telling, in under construction house, if you sell a plot today, in the next 3 years, you can invest into under construction house. They give 3 years of a higher limit over there.
Okay, that's under construction. But if the house is already constructed and ready to move, and in that case, only 1 year, right?
Yeah, 1 year, within 1 year, if you sell that property, you can take a benefit. Last 1 year, I already bought a property. I'll take that benefit of 54F from this gains so that I need not pay taxes.
If I fail to sell the plot within 1 year, then what happens?
Nothing, you have to pay taxes on that one. Try to find a new house to invest again. That will be Viraj's case.
You basically cannot offset your capital gains then.
Yep. So that is the limit. Yeah. I mean, that is not a fine. See, sometimes we, in the rush of trying to save taxes, we should not take some wrong investment decisions. So we need not rush to save taxes. There are other ways to save taxes. See, if you are bold enough, the 45, 46 lakhs concept is always available.
Sorry, what is that? 44, 45 lakhs?
So this guy with a 46 lakh income, he said that he deposited 45 lakhs to a political party and got entire money as refund. We are not that bold enough. We are normal human beings. So let's not compare. But I'm just saying that there are options we can explore. And because it is real estate, always there are gray, black, green, every kind of money and options. We can explore those things, because while buying off your house also, you might have explored all those options. All those headaches are there in the real estate. Yeah. But yes, need not rush on the concept of trying to save taxes.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
I wanted to clarify one more thing, and I'm sorry, I'm going back to the previous topic, talking about the pre-EMI, where you can HRA versus rent and all that. So there, I think Madam was asking, my house is under construction, can I not use that? You said no, but now we cannot do it now. But all the pre-EMI you paid for the house that is under construction, after you've taken over hand over the property, you can do that 1/5 of that in every year for the next 5 years. And
80C, na sir, what is there? How much we'll get? Registration charge itself is 7% on 1 crore, 7 lakhs. 80C is covering that. Your PF is covering in 80C. Everything is in.
No. I'm talking about house loan.
House loan only. So
interest part. See, I'm paying 5 years pre-EMI. Okay, 3 years for pre-EMI, for example. During pre-EMI, I cannot claim my housing loan interest.
Yes.
But after pre-EMI is over, right, I will convert it into full EMI. The house property is handed over to me. So whatever pre-EMI I paid, right, during the construction stage, that I can offset, for the next 5 years, as a loan. Say, for example, I paid 20 lakhs as a pre-EMI. During the construction period, I will not be able to claim. But the 20 lakhs divided by 5, I can do for the next 5 years once it is converted into EMI.
But so the problem is, again, the restriction is for that. 2 lakhs is the maximum home loan loss what you can claim, sir, for every particular year. And in our case, at the scenario, new regime is more beneficial and the deductions are more. So where is the use of that 1%, 1/5 and stuff? So recently there is a case law came up. What they said is, because of all these new things and stuff, all this interest cost can be added up to your property value and adjust via when you're booking the capital gain.
Oh.
Yeah. So yes. Yeah. So your cost is like 20 lakhs you pay towards interest. Interest can be the part of your cost without any indexation. If you're there is a case law, so that way there you are saving a lot. Your interest will be
good to know. That's good to know. I think the one I was telling maybe before the restriction of 2 lakhs, or because earlier whatever the pre-EMI can directly deduct it.
See, before the 2 lakhs limit, what we used to do is, if your interest payment is 10 lakh rupees, we'll show 1,20,000 as rent, 9 lakh rupees as loss, and book the most of the profit out of it.
Correct.
Yes. So, but now those options are gone. As we're going forward and forward, they're reducing all the options. Actually, the problem is not people paying higher taxes. The majority of the people are becoming bold and not happy with the government, and they're pulling a lot of money as a refund using all the schemes. Government has no time to look at, and looking at a volume of numbers, there is about 1 crore to 2 crore tax individuals who are paying. Even if 10 lakh people have skimmed away 1 lakh rupee each, it is going into lakhs and crores. That is the people.
But still only 3% of India is paying the tax. That is the problem. They should focus on how to get tax from others.
Yeah, I mean, but we are a poor country, sir. We are paying. So how we are paying pinch when we are paying interest to home loan? Government is paying 10 lakh crores and 12 lakh crores approximately every year towards interest of previous loans what they have taken up for all the freebies and whatever it is. So what happened is the free education, whatever they did in the past of 70, 75 years, that loan got accumulated. And the loan is going every year topped up by another 5-6 lakh crores, not coming reducing down. So they don't have an option. And India doesn't have any sources of other income like other countries have, like oil. We don't have oil repositories, or we don't have diamonds and jewelries, which already British have taken away. So we are screwed, but we are trying to cope it up. That is how the situation is.
Yeah. I think that's altogether different discussion. We can have a debate another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please continue, Anuram. What's remaining in today's
So
topic?
this is the thing. So your combination of LTCG, STCG, and short-term, long-term losses, we can elaborate your profit of tax saving to 37,000 rupees as well, saying that you have losses of 2-3 lakhs and unrealized losses, and there is an unrealized profit of 4 lakhs. We can offset entire thing and try to save that 4 lakh rupees for that particular year. See, in tax loss harvesting, what is happening is we are just pushing our tax payment to the next year. Just trying to see this year, I have, in the simple case, every year I'm making profit, there is a saving, real savings. In case of when there is a notional loss, notional profit, we are offsetting both of them and trying to save the profit on, save the tax on profit. But the notional loss stocks will still buy them again, right? Next year, if they make a profit and we don't have any notional losses, or later year, we still have to pay the taxes on those things. So with the tax loss harvesting, what we are doing is two things: trying to save the benefit of 1,25,000 what they gave to us, and pushing the tax things to the next year. So if you are able to do this for 10-20 years, like a one-time task yearly, how we provide the declarations on a long-term basis, on 20-30 year period, we can definitely look at 10-20 lakhs of worth of savings, or even more, based on the new improvements of law and things relating to those things. Because sometimes there is an STCG where you have to pay 20%, but there is an loss also. You can just skip both of them and buy back the loss share and stuff. That way, there is an opportunity to save up to 35,000 to 50,000 rupees yearly basis on this stocks movement of upward, downward, and stuff. So how we look at it is the question, and how much efforts we have to put is the point. But definitely, this has minimum guarantee 12,500 rupees of savings. That is on 1,25,000 in case of new regime into 30%, 31.2%. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So, oh, sorry, this is capital gains, right? Yeah. Yes. So up to 15,000 you can save. 1 lakh is a reference what we take is as per old regime. So in the new regime, the limit is 1.25 lakh every year. So 15,000 is what approximately we can save every year, assuming that we are just booking a simple plain vanilla profit every year. Losses and all are the bonus kind of a situation. So that way we are booking the profits and reinvesting that back into the play. And this compounding effect will be good on our hands. That is the aspect we wanted to talk about on the tax loss harvesting. And that is the initial thing, and everything all about tax loss harvesting, selling off, making investment.
Basic. So Anuram, just to summarize it, the basic two action items for everyone becomes then sell off all your stocks up to a maximum profit of 1,25,000. That's point number one. And then also sell off all your loss-making stocks and mutual funds. That there is no limit. It could be up to as long as 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, whatsoever. If those are, if you are still content on those loss-making stocks, will turn to be profitable in the future, you can just reinvest them within a matter of a week's time or so, and same with the profits, right? So basically, sell off both your profits and loss, and then with the profit having a maximum of just 1 lakh of the limit. Did I summarize it fine?
Yep. So for the people,
and the only thing is, it should have crossed 1 year
Can I add
mark.
to it, Akshat?
Long term. Yes. Sure, sir.
No, I think a lot of times, right, even initially for me also, when somebody say say 1 lakh, 1.25 lakh, right? People might think I have to go sell for 1.25. So basically, whatever we are selling, the capital gain is up to 1.25. So basically, if you're selling a stock, like MF for stocks worth 3 lakhs and your capital gain is 1.25. So sell to an extent where your capital gain is 1.25, not your total value is 1.25.
And when you are dealing with mutual funds, be careful with whether you are doing direct or indirect, because in terms of regular funds, if you're trying to save taxes, it is almost 1% of additional trailing commission which goes into the regular funds. So we need to be careful about considering that cost also if it is mutual funds. So because I'm selling 10 lakh rupee worth of mutual funds to book a 1 lakh rupee profit, and I'm saving is 12,000 or 15,000 rupees, the commission indirectly went to that guy is another 10,000 rupees. You did not make any profit on this deal. So you have to be careful about which fund and at what time you're doing these things.
Yeah. And one another tip I
Particularly
am
stocks
giving,
are
one another tip I wanted to give is somebody was asking, right? Reliance I sell today, tomorrow it went up 1% or 2%. So
Yes.
what you can do is if you have another household who's having a demat account, you sell in your account and buy in their account so that you don't really lose. Because it has happened to me once. I sold it and the next day the rally has started. I was never able to catch up. So I mean, if you have that fear, maybe sell in one account and buy in another account. So that won't come under intraday. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Some of us, like we have only one account and sell it today, and there is no guarantee that we'll get time to buy it tomorrow. So don't know that to
See
take
again,
that.
Oniji, again. So I think that's a very good point that you brought in, right? We shouldn't overcomplicate things, right? So
Yeah.
it's only if you can take out some time, you think that you can possibly do it. See,
Seriously.
once it might be sounding too overwhelming to you at this point of time, but once you actually spend a couple of hours and you're able to understand it, it's a pretty simple task, right? So but at the same time, I do want to mention that it's not a must task. Definitely it'll help you save money, it'll help you save taxes, but it's not that if you're not doing it, it's the end of the world. So don't think it.
Yeah, the main challenge, what I see here, as I already mentioned about the real estate deal, right? That's actually killing me, eating so much of my time and apart from my busy work, right? So getting into this and also like really don't know how to get the bandwidth and
So
finally
I
I'll burn my fingers or not.
what is the current scenario of the everyone salaried employees is, see, I accept that majority of the taxes or salaried employees are paying a lot of taxes. But the point what is happening is financially there was a illiteracy at some point of time, couple of years back, and let's say 5 years back, there was a lot of financial illiteracy with among the everyone, and people started trying to educate everyone in the education process to get more likes, more followers. They started creating FOMO for everyone, for everything. See, this 12,000 rupees might not be matter if you're a say 25 lakh income or a 50 lakh bracket kind of a person. It is a lot of efforts again. So that is somewhere where you need to start having a personal advisor or a personal mentor so that you can have a quick question and ask about it and stuff. That way, what happens is we can get that information out of the advisor. So that is where you should have a good advisor like Akshat or anyone you wanted to have in your tab. Ask them that small question before you do something so that they can quickly answer. Googling it, asking ChatGPT, God know what will happen. We are building a AI chatbot as well, and 90% of my time the worrisome is about talking to the tech team is what if it hallucinates. So that is the reason we are putting AI plus advisor model kind of a thing. That way, instead of doing research, I would say simply call your advisor. That would be the best way to go ahead.
Correct.
Yes.
Hi
Yeah,
Anuram,
I
I have
agree.
a doubt.
Hi.
Regarding the offsetting the loss, so suppose if I have 2 lakh loss in this year, let's say in stocks, so is it necessary to offset all the amount at once, or can I offset part of it and then carry forward the rest of it?
Part of it is fine, no worries.
See, Viraj,
Yeah.
another way of looking at it is, uh, uh, so your loss can be carried forward till 8 years, right? So whatever places, I'd say, I mean, choose a delta. For example, let's say if the loss is in a particular stock or in a particular investment is, let's say, more than 20,000. I'm just randomly saying a figure, right? Only those sort of losses you'll book. If there's just a 500 or a 1,500 rupee loss with those 100 stocks, it doesn't make sense to sell those, right? Unnecessarily operational hassle. So that's how you can define a delta for yourself, that you can, at least 25,000-30,000 rupees of loss I have in a particular stock, which in total is about 2.5-3 lakhs as compared to all the 10-15 stocks that I'm invested in. That's how you can take that decision.
So no, I was asking, like, if suppose I have 50,000 loss, let's say, so out of that 20,000 I will offset this year, and the remaining 30,000 can be carry forward. Is it so?
Yeah, that is nowhere a problem. Is like the 20,000 is giving us the delta. We can just go ahead with the 20,000 and balance. We can look into it next year. No worries with that.
But then my question to you is, if you are already booking a loss of 20,000, why not book a loss of 50,000? Like, why are you thinking about? Because I'm talking. If you're talking about that one particular stock itself, and if you are already doing the operational hassle of selling off, I mean, booking a 20,000 loss, then why not book the entire 50,000 loss?
So that I could offset the remaining in the next year if I get a profit, right, from another stock or something. So if next year, so the balance 30,000 was carry forward to the next year.
So even if you sell it off this year, it is still getting carried forward till 8 years now.
Yes, I think someone shared in the chat the screen, I think, about the same thing. So I think Badri, okay. So long term, it's like you can set off for 8 years. You can book today and set it off at 8 years, and short term also the same. Only in case of intraday trading, then the capital gain is as per the slabs, and loss can be only set off carry forwarded till 4 years, and can be set off only against this one. What is it, like speculative gains only? Whereas short-term capital loss can be set off with long-term or short-term, and capital loss in case of LTCG can be set off only against with the long-term capital gains. So this intra adjustments we have to be little careful. So that is the aspect on that one.
Okay, and one more question, Anuram. I guess 2-3 days back I asked you a question on one of the groups. So can you please open this that image once again?
Yes.
So short-term capital gain loss, short-term capital gains can be offset against F&O loss. Is that it?
Short-term capital can be, yes. So that is not there in this. That comes under the business income. F&O comes under the business income, where you can book all your expenses, whatever you have, like brokerage and personal fuel and everything. That's a proper business. So you can use this losses to offset against it, or even that is only for that particular year, and more importantly. So let's say this year you booked a short-term capital loss. Next year you made an F&O loss. We cannot offset.
Okay.
If it is a current year you made both of the transactions, you can offset. So that F&O concept is not there in this sheet, but F&O you can definitely book it, because that is a business income and this is a short-term capital loss.
Okay.
So this year short-term capital loss can be offset against for no profit?
Yes.
Because I was told it was you cannot. We have no, is completely different.
I mean, that is business income. This is STL.
No, I know, but the tax guy who I was talking to, he said he cannot bring it, this capital loss into offset to.
Yeah, even I was told the same thing. That's why.
When you're doing F&O, it is more simpler, sir. Combine all equity trading into one only. So when it is a business of trading, why to show it F&O separately, short-term separately, and everything? F&O doing a good volume of F&O proves that you are doing a business itself. So what happens is you can combine everything as a trading business and combine settle it off. So here, if you look at it, my non-speculative business loss or non-speculative business income can be offset with short-term capital loss. Yeah. Where is that? Short-term capital gain and short-term if you look at this column, if you have a short-term capital gain and speculative loss, you can offset, and non-speculative income and long-term short-term capital loss. Yeah. So here it is saying you cannot, but in that particular year you can, and also you can combine and use it off. That is nowhere a problem.
Okay. In my case, I have FNO loss this year and short-term gain. So which column?
Yes. So short-term capital gains and long-term non-speculative business loss. Tick. So
Okay. Okay. So we can offset that.
yeah. So here short-term capital gain you have, and there is a what do we say, non-speculative business. This is non-speculative business, so it can be done. So the problem sometimes with the advisors is they'll take F&O loss as a speculative business, and they say no. So here we
Okay.
can take it as a that is a non-speculative business only. Futures and options is non-speculative. So what is speculative? What is non-speculative is same day doing intraday transaction. You bought today, sold off today. You are speculating that it will go up and go down. Technically, you are betting. So they call it as it's a betting business. So you can only sweat off with against it. In futures and options also, if you are entering the same day and exiting same day, it can be considered as speculative sometimes, but it is simple non-speculative business only, futures and options. We have case laws, and also we need not worry about much because all these things are trading. All the short term and F&O can be combined into one business and file the ITR. Because LTCG, we don't want it to combine it because it is only 12.5%, right? Doing it as a business doesn't make any sense and savings. So to do it more cleaner manner, if you have the segregation that these are long term for sure, these are short term and intraday kind of stocks like a swing trades and stuff, have two different demat accounts and do the business. So it will be more clearer when we wanted to show it for IT purposes and stuff. Even if it is in one, we can show it, we can defend it. Just if you're so clear on trading, that can be a good option.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Anuram.
Yes. Yeah. Any other doubts?
So you do help with I know that is your core, right? Tax filing and preparing this tax returns and all that. So
Yes.
how do we approach you if we have to?
So I'll just share my calendar link for any one-on-one session, and I'll give my phone number also. Akshat can also give. So generally, we are into this services. ReviseTax is only incorporated for the purpose of trying to solve the problems of salaried employees. So we thought we'll scale from the tax filing, then go into advisory of wealth and management and stuff. We are still in the initial stages of other verticals, but tax planning, tax filing services, and saving advisory, we are doing it for past 5 years on ReviseTax brand. I personally have 11 years of experience in taxes and business filings, everything. So these are all the services what we provide for salaried employees, planning,
Right.
filing, and saving kind of services. And loans and financial advisory. Sometimes people are taking home loans. See, I find on a personal finance front, there is a debate between me and some other people also is many times. Home loan is bad is what they generally tell. I tell that it's not something, they are not considering some particulars in that aspect. That might bring up another separate Charcha itself. So yeah, from my perspective, home loan is a good one. Yep.
Yeah. No,
So it
understand. So you can
depends
share
on.
the details. You can share the details. We'll reach out to you. And Anuram, what's your availability next Saturday? Because I'll be in Hyderabad. Maybe I can
We
meet you in person. Possible.
Yep, definitely. No worries at all. I'll just share my calendar link over here. You can
Mhm.
directly book it off and you can just intimate me. I think I can be available myself. No worries.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
You
confirm
can put
you.
in your number as well, Anuram. So maybe Badriji can coordinate with you.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, because I, along with my friend, we both are interested on this tax discussion, all this HUF and other things we talked. Probably I will see if I could get your calendar on Saturday morning, maybe around 10 o'clock. Because I have a flight to catch at 12:31.
No
Maybe
worries.
9 o'clock we'll try to catch. I'll let you know a day before or 2 days before.
Yes. So I'm there on the group. My number is also in the group on all the Pennywise groups. So this is my phone number
Okay.
and my calendar link. You can directly book a calendar for if you wanted to be on online. Even offline, it is fine. So it just blocks my calendar. So I'm pretty much aware of what is going on and stuff and everything.
And where do you stay in Hyderabad? No.
So my office is in Jubilee Hills. I stay in what do we say, DD Conley.
Okay, okay. I'll be around Gachibowli near that
Yeah, we
area.
can
So
catch up in our office. No worries.
okay, sure. Then that'll be good.
Yes.
Anuram,
Before
so
we,
just want to know like, how um, Hello, Anuram, one question.
Yes.
So I just want to know, like, how comfortable you are, like, when it comes to IT return and all, right? We work in different companies, and some companies will have their own RSU, ESOP options and all. So how comfortable you are to deal with the question
So currently we
related to that
service some
if
of
comes to it?
Yeah, so currently we serve all the maximum companies. We already have experience with Microsoft, Google, and then I dealt with Apple from Bangalore, couple of clients, and then we even have a smaller companies where they are listed in US, ESOPs, Pegasystems for that matter, and all those RSUs and everything. I'm pretty much aware of which HRMS platforms also they use. I'm pretty aware of them, but we did not able to scale because I'm not from a tech background or a marketing background. So exploring all the options and partnerships this year. Yeah, but pretty much I've dealt with most of the cases, 90% of the things. No worries with that.
Are you familiar with SAP?
Sorry?
SAP?
SAP. Yeah. One client, I think, couple of years back, not much, but yeah. But yeah. Sorry, I have SAP clients and IBM. Yeah. I think that is not much of a difficult. I can handle it.
Yeah, I was just saying before we move on, would love a quick group photo. If some of you couldn't switch on your cameras, and for those of you who cannot still stay on, what happens is generally as soon as we ask people to switch on their cameras, people start leaving, and then the total participant count goes down. So don't do that. But yeah, for those of you who can come on cameras, would really mean a lot. It was Anuram's first ever session with Pennywise, and I think the more the people come on cameras, the more number of sessions he'll do it. So if you guys want him to come back and do more sessions,
No, you should have told me that before. I would have brought more people for this. At least for photo session.
I know. So okay, just a second. I'll just yeah, we have quite a lot of people. Awesome. I will also show how you guys are looking so you can adjust your. Oh, I think I can. I think you can see that window. So yeah, that's how we're all looking. And I will now go ahead and take a quick screenshot. Cheers, everyone. Awesome. Oh, we one. I'll take one more. I think couple of you. Just awesome. I got a few of those photos. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can continue the discussion. Certainly continue. And what I'll also do is thanking Anuram in our traditional style. We'll put out a LinkedIn post quickly. So I would really request all of you to take out a few minutes and share your your comments as well as your feedback onto the LinkedIn post. Trust me, it really
Akshay,
means.
recording will also be available, right?
I just have one question I have written in the chat.
Oh, yeah. So sorry, Viraj. Actually, I confused between other Viraj and you, and I did not answer that one. Sorry.
No
Yeah.
worries.
Yeah. So, but I did some F&O this year. If I select new regime next year, so if next year you're not doing any F&O, you can switch back to old. But if you're doing again and F&O kind of a transaction next year, then we might have see that became a very little more complicated situation because tech is not ready yet from looking at new old switching and stuff properly. So next year, if you're not doing F&O, definitely you can switch to new regime back or old regime back.
Okay.
But if you do the F&O, that becomes a little bit complication.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Anand.
Yes.
So, folks, I've shared the link of the LinkedIn post as well. If I know it's Sunday and you will all forget it later. So, if you guys can click on it right now itself and give your nice comments over the next 2-3 minutes, that would really mean the world. I know otherwise, once you guys go back, you will forget it. It's the 16th Paise Charcha. So now I know all of you very well. But yeah, meanwhile, is
Sure.
there any other
Thanks,
question?
Akshat, and no, thanks, Ram, for a wonderful session. I think you gave us a lot of insights on things you don't know.
Thank you.
Same
Thank
here,
you.
and
Thank
Thanks,
I think it's a
Anuram.
very
Thanks, Akshat.
thoughtful session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
looking
you,
forward
Akshat.
for that HUF and real estate planning.
Definitely. Anytime.
We'll come back with it soon.
And you do that, right? The will and all, will you do that, or it's not you, right?
Yes, we have one partner company. I think we can talk to them and help you out.
Okay, maybe we can talk about that also when we meet.
Definitely.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.